you look confused. Why?
I have an open source project. I want people to contribute. But how can I generate the documentation and publish to website?
Try DocFX.
DocFX is a tool to generate documentation directly from source code and Markdown files. We have a project that contains both source code for C#, VB, as well as Markdown files and REST API Swagger files. We now run DocFX. We can also serve the generated website so that we can view it directly. Now the website is generated to localhost. We navigate to localhost and we can see Markdown files as well as source code. The namespace classes are all generated as structured HTML files, and also the REST APIs are also generated here.
But DocFX is exe. I can only run it locally.
How to automate the publish?
But how to scale?
How about a distributed one?
Here is the dashboard for all our Azure functions. We have 4 Azure functions here. Among them, dispatch is the entry function, which is triggered by a webhook. So this is our test repo, which contains several Markdown files. We will now demo how fast and convenient it is to publish the Markdown files to be web pages. We add a webhook to this repo that each of the push events will trigger the dispatch function. So now we edit the topic, commit changes, and we can see from the log that dispatch function is triggered, and then it triggers compile step. Compile step monitors a queue, and the queue messages are inserted by the dispatch function. Next is the compile to link queue trigger. We can see that it is also triggered, and it will lead to the final step, link step. From the log window, we can see that within 1 minute, all the 9 files are published to the web pages. We can now view the web pages as HTML files. Click the link, it also works. So this is our demo. Let's now try a large repo with around 5,000 Markdown files. We also added a file to trigger the webhook. Commit changes. We can see from the dispatch log window that we are requesting the GitHub API to fetch all the files, which is around 5,000 files, and then dispatch all the files to the compile step. Compile step is proactively fetching the file, build the file, and push some context value into the remote Redis service. And the compile to link queue trigger is proactively fetch the remote service to see if all the articles have finished the first step and if it is ready to go to the next step. So we are waiting. You can also check the queue to see that all the messages are actively fetched and processed. We can also see from the live stream application insights that there's a lot of traffic here that Azure is proactively processing all the files. So function completed, and then the final step is triggered. We check the message queue to see if it's completed. We can see that all the files are processed. We can now browse to the edited file. We can see that it's already published as a web page. We can see that the dispatch is triggered at 11:03 and it completed at 11:06, so it cost only 3 minutes for 5,000 articles to be built. This is the demo.